Game number 4 of Sidestep Kings versus Simplicity coming in. Right now, the burn on Sidestep Kings is so much stronger than the burn on Simplicity. So this Tracer is going to have a hard time getting in on anyone, especially with the Rainer. So if she gets it on the backside, the Rainer kind of just burns Tracer down. And there's so much CC coming in to where they're looking for this gank up top lane, but they're not going to be able to do anything against an Imperius. That was one of the worst ganks I've seen. Looks like they just want to focus these forts down, which means Sidestep Kings, who actually has a Raynor and a Lee Ming down here, can punish this super hard, but the entire enemy team is rotating top. They are actually getting more damage down top lane than Sidestep Kings gets down bot lane. And I see this mistake get made a lot. When you have a team that pushes harder than the enemy team, you don't want to rotate up top. That's the Unstoppable coming in. That's the Silence going down on Hyde. Kaiucha might be able to counter kill here. That's already a tower going down. Sidestep Kings trusting 2 people to outpush 4. This actually will not work. Hyde is wasting his time down here. You want the healer bot lane, so you can just hard push this. It is a tower for a tower. They could probably have gotten this Manuel down already if they wanted it. And now Simplicity getting this top camp down. No, they actually pull off on it. They know Cow's coming in here. They must have pinged the map. Noah's a little bit out of position here. Does just get healed back up to full. But I don't like that positioning from him at all, because he can keep shooting while moving. Why would he be frontlining? Just keep running away. You keep shooting. Interesting. Not the best of note of Tracer play coming in. And Simplicity actually rotating all the way down bot lane to try to get part of this bottom wall down, which kind of negates their top wall push because their camp pushes down this lane, which is why they want to focus this camp down. And it's also why Sidestep Kings is focusing top camp down. So they did manage to get the entire wall down. Sidestep Kings got out-rotated into oblivion, and they still have the tank and Imperius up top lane. Raider are going to be very slow in terms of clearing this out. Mal'Ganis is still top lane. The calls are just not coming in well from Sidestep Kings. And with the way this game is going so far, we might be going to a game 5 already. I might be ready to call this, but Mal'Ganis is coming down the backside. Can he catch Hosty out? Hosty a little bit out of position here. Gets sleep down, but instantly woken back up by the enemy team. Hate to see it. That was a really nice engage by Kato. No communication from his team. Because when you have the sleep down on a squishy like that, you can just walk up to him and combo all your abilities, and then he dies. Essentially is how it goes, but both teams now focusing down their Bruiser camps. Both teams just disengage. And yeah, I'm not liking the team fighting from Sidestep Kings either. That is remarkable to me that Greymane actually survived there. And they're slow on the rotations as well. Which means Simplicity will probably be able to burn this down faster than Sidestep Kings will. It is kind of close right now. But yeah, the rotations are just coming in slow from Sidestep Kings. And both teams actually still have this camp pushing. They're prioritizing the Immortal over the camp, which early game might be a mistake. Because the camp can't actually just get the tower down. Godfilth focusing the Immortal down by himself. And you never really want to do this early game, because early game you can just use all your abilities on the Immortal, and the enemy team really can't stop you. They don't have the kill pressure to get you off of it. So you're basically guaranteed to lose the first Immortal if you simultaneously try to defend and attack. Usually you just want to burn it down, but Sidestep Kings realize they have worse burn than Simplicity does, so they don't win a race. And they try to just prevent as much damage coming in from Simplicity as possible. They try to get as much of the shield down as possible, and that must have been a call where they knew they were going to lose that, and they wanted this to be as easy to kill as it could possibly be. Which very likely is the right call, just because they don't win these early game fights right now. They should, but they're not. They're simply not. So that is a lot of damage coming in from Simplicity. Kato looking for a pick here, is not able to get a sleep down on anybody. I don't know why he walked back towards his team if he wants to try to sleep them. Imperius does have a little brawl with the Diva mid lane, and Kato's still full health, getting tickled by the by the Tracer. Why is Tracer even hitting that guy, honestly? Tracer just putting herself in position to get damage here, and Kyrie taking a good amount of damage from Kaiucha. But honestly, both players should just be top lane. And oh, Imperius getting run down by the enemy team. This might be a bit of a mistake from Simplicity. I don't agree with being so deep on the enemy side. I don't think they know how the Tyrael sword works either. Interesting. Most people in this game don't seem to understand how the Tracer, the Mal'Ganis, and Tyrael work. So maybe they'll figure it out by the end. Masters players, everybody. These are Masters players. I don't want to I don't talk too poorly of them, but honestly. Anyway, enemy team rotating up top. They are going to have a fight over that top camp. Imperial is just now coming in on this. The Tyrael actually stopping these, dismounting the enemy team, and we might get a kill or two up top. But no, Cattle's still fighting here. He is a Mal'Ganis. He is able to just heal back up, and the enemy team doesn't seem to understand that Cattle actually heals based on dealing damage to the enemy team. So you think you're winning because you're 3v1ing him, but that's actually what Mal'Ganis wants. Oh, they managed to stop the sleep. He might not be able to get away here. They do get the sleep down. They don't instantly wake people up this time. Love to see it. But that's probably because Li Ming's abilities were on cooldown, so she wasn't able to. Otherwise, she probably would have. And meanwhile, Raynor has been getting a good amount of pressure down bot lane, but Simplicity right now, very firm control over structure damage. However, Sidestep Kings is getting the slight XP lead so far, and they are doing the same play as before of trying to burn this down faster than the enemy team does while having one back, while having their damage line back. And right now it's working because Simplicity was slow on the rotation this time. Last time Sidestep Kings were slow, but this time Simplicity was a little bit slow, and Imperius is going to be able to show up before this next one starts. He's considering focusing top lane to try to get level 10. Tracer's trying to get level 10 bot lane. Both teams just posturing. Cattle looking for a pick, not going to find it. A little bit of damage coming down on Ultras. I'm not sure if trying to get that poke down was worth it. He put himself in position to get killed. Hosty and Simkizzen did not capitalize on that, but Ultros might have been dangerous. Noah tickling the Mal'Ganis again. A little bit of a tickle fight. Maybe one day he'll realize Tracer's not going to kill Mal'Ganis unless it's a 5v1. And God felt way out of position here. Is he going to be able to heal up off the Decker Kane? Decker Kane does not have his ultimate yet. He cannot silence this out. Godfeld might be able to get out. Gets another potion coming down. And the Tracer coming in big with that kill. Manages to chase him down. Figured out that hitting Mal'Ganis is not the play. Nova figured out how her hero works. You love to see it. Masters players, everybody. It's a Masters game among the best players in the world right now. Cattle managed to get 3-man sweep. The Ultras coming in with a nice little amount of damage, but Simkizzen very healthy here, and they are just going to lose this Immortal. And Simplicity very smart. They knew that Raynor is most of the burn damage, and so they just focused him down. Good focus. They're learning as they play. They're learning what the priority targets are, and they're getting better as they play. Good for them.
That kill on Raynor, and it got them the objective. It was absolutely super impactful. We have the very
now this wall is already down a decent amount of shield coming in on the Immortal. Kira just tanking for it as he does, and Kacha on the backline just tickling the Tyrael. Man, so many tickle fights this game. I've never seen so many tickle fights in one game. Here's another one. What is that? Honestly, it's one of the silliest games I've seen in a while. Simplicity in firm control. And again, with the way they're playing, it's probably going to a game 5. Because Sidestep Kings just doesn't know what to do with this. Cattle sweeping these targets, but the Nova's just on the backline doing nothing. Actually blinks into a tower. Okay. Like I said, I don't think this guy has played Nova before. I think he's learning it as he goes. And yeah, Blink Recall doesn't actually prevent you from dying to forts. In case you're wondering. D.Va rotating in top lane. That is a 2v1. The cameraman not going to show me Raynor dying right now. He is going to show me this dive under keep, which will probably actually be a kill. Can we get the double kill up top? Okay, so Raynor died top. Or no, yeah, Raynor died top. They got the healer down bot lane. I don't know what the healer was doing there by himself. Bad calls. The Nova coming in on the Mal'Ganis, actually able to wipe him before the ultimate goes off. A little bit of bad Mal'Ganis play. He should never die in that situation. And Curie coming in on the backside here, tries to focus down high. Instead, Greymage is taking free damage. I don't think Simplicity wins this under any circumstance. They should back off right now, unless Kayacha for some reason stays in on this. And yeah, the Greymage way under keep, the Tyrael under keep, the sloppy team fighting coming in from both teams. I was about to say the Tyrael's about to die, but Li Ming did not have the mana to finish that off. But honestly, since there was a kill coming in there, I don't know why Li Ming was unable to just kill everybody on the enemy team. Usually that's what happens in those situations. So I was about to call it a pentakill, but never mind. Didn't happen.
for those forts.
Got a little bit overexcited
Well, every 3 waves
before anything happened and didn't end up happening.
how they give
So
you a buffer of defense against
good little tower
against deep lane invades.
shuffle from Simplicity. They knew how to shuffle aggro. That was good for coming in for them. And Cattle's trying to get the sweep down. Gets the sweep down on the Tracer. The enemy team does nothing with it. They actually focus the Tyrael down. Ultra's gets super low. Manages to pop out on a potion. Does just heal back up to full. That Deckard Cain is going to come in big. Oh, Cattle actually takes the potion before it's actually up to full health. You don't want to do that. Yeah, you just want to wait on it just a little bit. And he's actually wasting so many potions here because he was basically at full health. And Pierce does have to clear bot lane. And with 3 people showing top, they should be focused on the fight. Cameraman not showing me the people getting collapsed in on. Cattle is now getting collapsed in on. Poucher coming on the backside totally whiffs his stun. That's actually big. Sidestep should back out. They don't have most of their abilities right now. They don't have any abilities right now. If Simplicity manages to catch somebody out, they can punish this super hard. And they do find a little bit of damage down on Hyde, but it's not going to be enough to actually make anything happen. Li Ming not in this fight right now. She is focusing down bot line. Curie trying to force the issue. Li Ming's still not in this fight. The sweep comes down, and as soon as this Diva ultimate passive goes off, they could just focus down Hyde, way out of position. Kaiucha gets the ultimate coming off, and Mal'Ganis actually ults at full health. Hate to see it. That is not how you play Mal'Ganis. Hyde sweeping the solo Diva. Nobody knows how to play their heroes this game. People are just pressing buttons. They just see things are off cooldown, and they're just pressing buttons. Like, I'm not even shoutcasting that anyone might die, because with the way these teams are playing, nobody's gonna die. Nobody knows how to play their heroes. Best players in the world, everybody.
Getting a massive red wave here at the bottom.
Pro tip: solo ulting Diva as Deckard Cain is not the play. Like, so there's one person here, there's 3 people here. Point this way. You know what I mean? Because if Diva wants to run in on you, she gets slipped as well. So yeah, God felt a little bit of opposition here, but again, I'm not worried about him dying because the enemy team is just tickling the Mal'Ganis, who, by the way, heals back up to full. And now Curie gets a good amount of damage down on Kaiucha. Kaiucha does not punish the Tracer for blinking into stun range. You should instantly go in on that. For some reason, does not want it. And now he's got to clear out bot lane. Simplicity knows this. They try to force the issue a little bit. Imperius coming in on the backside. Does have his ultimate back up. He should drop it right now so he could use the swords for damage. He doesn't need the shield, honestly. He just wants the damage from the shield. And Tracer out of blink. She is going to go down here. Again, does not know her hero. You can't 1v5 on Tracer unless your teammates back you up. And Simplicity not going in on this. That is going to be a CC log coming down on the Stukov as well. I don't know what Simplicity's shot calling sounds like right now, but they are just ignoring their squishies. Tanks full health, Diva full health, Tyrael full health, not helping their squishies at all. Something is going wrong on the comms on Simplicity, because up until this point they were playing so well, and now they must have stopped communicating. I don't know. Greymane might just get ganked here. If the rest of his team was here, they could punish this super hard. If Greymane goes down, Simplicity loses most of their burst and most of their team fighting. Does get the sleep on. Li Ming coming in on the backside is probably not close enough. Sidestep King's way too slow on these rotations. Cattle with the good idea. The rest of the team, again, just bad communication on both sides. They did manage to get the Immortal down in the meantime. So good focus here, but since Greymane is up, they very likely will not lose more than a wall on their inner keep. This fort is 100% going down. There's not enough damage to kill this Immortal. And that's the root coming in on the Greymane. Wow. I don't know why he was in wolf form. You don't want to do that, my dude, against this amount of CC. And now Cal just popping off. No mana, it doesn't matter. At this point, he just needs enough mana for sweep, and he's got the pressure he needs. The Tyrael randomly going in on the entire enemy team. Interesting decision. And the full health Diva not using her mech and not taking damage. Okay, pops the mech at full health. Not ideal. But you do deal more damage as Baby Diva, so is Baby Diva going to deal any damage at all? She is not. She is not. This might be a keep going down. That is the Tracer ultimate going down on Kyocha. Does actually no damage, and now he's got the swords to kill somebody. Is not going to use them. Is going to let it time out. Okay, that's now, what, 6 people that don't know how their ultimates work? Interesting. Doesn't even press the button, man. SC Unstoppable coming down Ultralist. Is he going to be able to get out? Hyde gets a nice little ultimate in. Curie trying to focus on Ultralist. Ultralist just ignoring it because he knows he's not going to die there under any circumstances. Curie might be able to get out this. Hero has no mana. He cannot go on in this. Actually gets the counter kill down on Li Ming. His team just ignored it, but they lost the Tyrael in the meantime. Cattle has no mana. He can't keep fighting this. They should just back out. Rainer's not here. Rainer's trying to run back in. Okay, he just realized you don't actually want to run in on that. Rainer was running back in the fight while his team was leaving. Again, something's going wrong in terms of the voice comms. These teams are not communicating well with each other.
It's hard to keep track of all.
I think they're a little bit shook from the previous games because Simplicity was looking so well the first game. Sidestep Cubes was looking so well the previous game. I think both teams are over-respecting the enemy team, and they're playing more passively than they should. Probably nerves are getting to them because like none of these players are bad. They're just not coordinated. I think they need more practice with each other. And Sidestep Kings actually recently had a healer change up. They used to have June as their healer. They got a new healer just because June had like 500 ping, so he couldn't play his heroes. So they probably just need more practice with each other to get to know each other's limits and when people are going in and not going in. But Li Ming should never die in the previous fight. She had all her teammates next to her. There should be a 0% chance of the Li Ming dying there, so that's a little bit sloppy.
For sure. I also see the point from.
And if she doesn't die there, when you get the Tyrael kill, you can actually just wipe the enemy team. Kettle in really good position here. Only manages to hit the Diva. The rest of the team actually gets out on this. A lot of damage coming down on this Mortal already. The burn is coming in super hard on Sidestep Kings. And actually, okay, it's decently even in terms of burn. It's only 2,000 difference. Doesn't matter too much. This is going to come down to who wins the team fight. And Cattle is trying to force a fight on their own boss. Tracer not in position to actually deal damage to any priority targets. Can't go in on the background. Rainer will just kill her. Noah actually trying to find Ultras. Ultras a little bit out of position again. No. Peel's coming in for most of their damage. That's actually super sloppy on Sidestep Kings. I don't know what these calls are, but like the entire team was next to her. We got the sweep coming in down on Tracer. Is this going to be a kill? Gets counter blown up, and the enemy team making the same mistake. Hosty way out of position. Do not want to be near Cattle. He realized that is backing off. And you do want to kill this. Just one auto attack. Okay, they don't want to kill it. Tyrael going in by himself for reasons unknown. And now your Greymane's out of position, but Kaucha actually is not going to be able to do much here. He doesn't have much of an ability to follow up on that sweep. That was a really nice sweep if Kaucha was a little bit closer, but he was busy running away over here. So again, miscoordination, but it doesn't matter because Rainer has so much burn. He just killed the Immortal by himself while all that was happening. So good little stall coming from Sidestep Kings. Probably why they didn't go in on that. And meanwhile, they had top camp pushing during all this. So this might be the GG. Simplicity needs to start a fight as soon as Tracer is up. So what you want to do is you don't have enough damage to kill the Immortal. You need to start a fight right here. The Immortal starts hitting your keep. You're going to lose the keep during all this. That's fine. You run in on the backside. Li Ming's always out of position. In the sense that her teammates don't help her. So you might be able to just blow up Li Ming instantly. Diva is actually not doing that. Diva's coming on the front side. They want to try to just burn this down, which means they might end up losing the game here because they're going to be forced to miss position, and the enemy team has enough CC to punish them. So now that the gate is down, if Simplicity is not careful, they will just hard lose the game here. So far, Curate is gets swept, got the sweep down on Tyrael. You can go in on Noah right here. While their front line is down, you can just go in on Noah. They are going to get this keep down. Diva Mech goes down. This keeps going down. The enemy team actually going to be able to defend this. Cattle not punishing the missed positions on the enemy team. Does get a sweep down on the Tracer. I was about to say she's about to get deleted. I was just waiting for it. That was a dramatic pause. I was like, she's not getting out, right? There's no way. You might have been able to get a silence down coming in on the Stukov, but yeah, if Sidestep Kings wants to, they can just end the game right now. Right now, Tyrael's coming on the backside. I don't know why. You need to do this before the Immortal killed your keep, and you might have had a chance of defending this game. Oh, Tyrael coming in with these little high fives on the enemy team. He doesn't have good talents. That's not the talent you want. You don't want the one where you go back. The way you play Tyrael, okay, someone's getting very low. This is the final fight. Got a lot of damage down. Got filthy. He's going to be the passive is not enough. The Tyrael or the Diva mech, it doesn't even matter at this point. It's not going to kill anybody. You just want to kill Baby Diva. You want to stun her before she gets back in. That is a core down. 40% health, 49% health. They get the kill on the Stukov. Baby Diva is in her mech now, but she's going to be pushed out again. 27% down on the core. You don't even need to hit her. Just hit the core. You win the game. Right click, win the game. So, as I was saying, if you're playing a Tyrael, actually what you want to do is you don't get the talent where you can teleport back to your Q. That's a really bad talent. What you do is you put your Q over here, you start running towards them, you deal a bunch of damage, you get your shield down on your teammates, drop the smite, whatever, and then your Q, which has like a 5-second window to teleport back to it, you just press Q again, and you don't need that talent, and then you can take a better talent in the meantime. And because you waited those full 5 seconds, there's also a talent that gives you like 25 armor while it's up or something. You take that, you just tank a bunch of damage, and then by the time you teleport back, it's almost off cooldown again because you waited 5 seconds while you're in the middle of the fight. So yeah, like he's got these Q talents. The talent that creates an impassable shield on your Q is significantly better than what Tyrael's build was. But again, if you're Simplicity there in that situation, what you want to do is actually, let me mute these people. What you want to do is go around the back of the enemy team and force a fight into your keep. Okay, so if they want to run away from you, they have to run into the keep in order to try to get away from your damage, which means they have to tank your keep instead of the Immortal tanking the keep. And now it's like a 5.5 versus 5 people because the keep doesn't do that much damage, but it helps. It's extra damage. It gets rid of armor, and you have a higher chance of winning that. If you just wait for the Immortal to push, you lose there 100% of the time unless the enemy team just hard feeds. So it's the same issue Simplicity had the previous game. When the Spires are pushing, you have to start a fight before the Spires show up in your base, or you just hard lose the game. So Sidestep Kings playing really well. Simplicity, on paper, I would say is the better team. They simply don't know how to defend against these objective pushes, and so they got heartbeat on Suma the Spire Queen and Battlefield of Eternity. Basically, you just want to start fights, and you have a chance. You might not win, but you have a chance. If you wait to get pushed on, you just hard to lose.